Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Ashley, and today we're going to be discussing the transition from college to corporate. So, you've just graduated college, which is a fantastic accomplishment, and now you're going into your first big girl or big boy job. And that is a transition that I don't think is discussed very much. So I have 5 wonderful tips to help you move from a successful college student to a successful corporate baddie. Now, these 5 tips are things that I wish someone told me when I graduated college, but things I am more than happy to share with you. So, number one, get an apartment that you can afford. This actually transcends beyond just apartments. Get a car note that you can afford, maintain a lifestyle that you can afford. Now, I think this is something that can be discussed in an entirely separate video, but just as a general rule of thumb, you're gonna receive your salary that you're gonna make when you receive your offer letter for your job. That's the salary that you're gonna make. Of course, that's not what you're gonna be taking home. So we have to estimate what your take-home budget is gonna be. There are calculators online where you can estimate state tax is gonna be, and you can kind of guesstimate to get to what your take-home pay is going to be. That's important because we don't want our apartment cost monthly to exceed 1/3 of what our take-home pay is. So that is the top of what you want your rent to be. Of course, if you can find anything cheaper, that would be amazing. And why that's the case is because you're gonna have all of these other expenses as well. So if your rent is half of your paycheck each month, that means that you can't allocate your paycheck to all the other things that we have to pay in a month. Your electricity, your car note, food, gas, all of these other things that come up in life. So you will do yourself a big advantage if we make sure to maintain a budget, number one, but choose an apartment that you can afford. For many people, your first full-time job is a time where you're getting a full-time consistent paycheck with full-time consistent bills. So it's very important to maintain a budget, and I have a budget that I have created linked down below, a digital budget that I use monthly to budget my expenses, and it will be an amazing asset for you. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. Now, number two, be intentional with your friendships and show grace. College is this phenomenal experience where you are living, eating, breathing, having fun with your friends in this very tight-knit vicinity. So it really doesn't necessitate having to plan every single time that you saw your friends, because you saw them so regularly and you were in such close proximity that it was easy to shoot somebody a text and say, hey, do you want to grab lunch? Hey, do you want to grab dinner? Hey, do you want to come over? But after graduation, when people settle into their day-to-day lives in different cities and have different obligations, and they're also adapting to potentially starting a new job, or other people going to graduate school, or even starting families, with all those different dynamics, it requires being very intentional with friendships. So as individuals are transitioning, just be aware that it's going to take a little more effort, and some people move at different speeds than others. That's not a good or bad thing, it's just a way of life. And so many of my friends after graduating were really struggling with that shift. So just be aware that that's something that comes with it. It is a part of life and is a growing pain, but it's something that you could definitely overcome, especially if these are people that you anticipate will be in your life for the long run. Number three, give yourself grace. So I just mentioned giving your friends grace, but this also applies to you as well. Things take time. With social media, it may seem like there are people that are furnishing their apartments the day after they move in, and it's fully furnished and everything has just fallen into place with the apartment, with the job, with the relationship, all of these things. Pause, take a deep breath, and realize things take time. It is okay. Give yourself grace. This is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not the first person to achieve a certain milestone. So it takes a minute to get into your day-to-day routine after working a full-time job that you likely never had to do before. It takes time to furnish an entire apartment, and it takes money. It takes time to learn how to navigate a new city and find, where are the stores located? How long does my commute take to work? I've never had to dress in business casual every single day. So what is my wardrobe going to be like? What do I even like? What do I feel comfortable in? What are the type of things that, I want to take to lunch? And I'm learning all of this information all at once because I've just started a new job, but now I'm overwhelmed and I come home every day and I'm tired. All of these things take time. So take your time, learn yourself in order to make a routine that works for you, to develop friendships and relationships with individuals that work for you, and to furnish a space that you love. Things take time. Number 4, so this is for my more traditional corporate baddies, understand your benefits. I know this tip may sound a little niche, but it's beneficial. So for many of us, myself included, this is the first time that you have real benefits, healthcare, other things. I can't even think of them right now. I didn't even know what an HSA or a health savings account was until I got this job. So you're really gonna have to take your time, read the fine print, understand your retirement, understand the benefits that come along with your job, because they're different depending on the job. They widely vary depending on the job. Take time to read over everything. If you don't understand, reach out to your HR benefits person. Depending on your company, that could be a hit or miss. So you might want to also reach out to people that are more advanced in their career than you, that you really trust in your personal life, in order to understand your benefits and ensure that you're taking full advantage of the benefits that you have. So for example, I was saying I didn't know what an HSA was. My company fortunately gives us money each quarter to put into our HSA. And essentially, I use that money. I have a card, just like a debit card, and I use that money like cash for anything that pertains to my health. So for me, and there are certain restrictions, but typically I use it for my copays. I use it when I'm purchasing contacts. If they're that, glasses, I believe you can also use them, for your prescriptions, feminine products. There are a wide array of things, and it's listed on the website. But if I didn't take the time to actually understand what an HSA was, I would have had all this money that I was just leaving on the table. So definitely understand your benefits and your retirement, because that is very, very, very important. That also is something that may be good to have an entire dedicated video upon, but listen to me when I tell you, compound interest is so real, and retirement may seem like this thing that is so far away that it's hard to even think about. But if you just go ahead and invest now, get them to take it out of your check before you even see it, and leave that in the back of your mind, the money is just going to compound, and your future self will definitely thank you. Last but certainly not least is number 5, be open-minded. So your first job might not be everything that you thought it would be when you signed the dotted line. Your relationships might not go the way that you had planned in that fairy tale dream that you wrote down when you were 5. That new city that you just moved to might not be the same way every single day as it was when you were vacationing. Have an open mind. You are young, you have time, things take time, and you will figure it out. Those are my 5 tips for you. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I am posting videos weekly. I feel very passionate about helping people navigate this 20-something life. As I'm navigating it, I can look back over a couple of steps behind and see the things that I went through. And this is advice that genuinely I wish someone would have shared with me when I was going through this process. I am so happy that you decided to tune in. Let me know if there's any other thing that you would like to learn about, things that you would like to know about. I have definitely hit my head a couple of times, but definitely learned from those experiences. I am here to help in any way, shape, or form that I can. I am so glad that you joined me for today, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.